So Ian, I'm the club chaplain. It's Christmas, so I'd like to start this interview by just saying quick hallelujah. That was, but it was a deserved 3 points, wasn't it, in this game here at Dorking?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I'm really proud of the players today. I thought what you saw from them was a wholehearted, committed performance, full of character and full of quality as well. For me, that's one of our best performances, certainly in the last 2 or 3 months. I always felt that when we started to get some of our important players back and fit, and we were able to maybe piece the team together in the way that we'd hoped at the start of the season, that we could start to see performances like that. But no, I've got to be happy. The players have done everything I've asked of them today and more. And I think it shows the way we approached the last 20 minutes of the game, that we were the team that were asking the questions against a strong side. You know, I've got so much admiration for Mark and Dorking as a club, and you know when you come here it's going to be a really tough game. But I was pleased with the way we handled the setback of conceding the goal. I thought on another day it's easy to go into your shell when it goes back to 1-1, but we showed great character and fight to ask a lot of questions in the second half, and in the end I thought we maybe could have won it by maybe another goal, but the fact that we kept moving forward, we didn't sink, we didn't sit in our box, we kept pressing, we kept moving up the pitch, we kept creating chances. Like I said, it was an exciting performance to watch from my perspective, and I'm really, really proud of the group of players today.
And as you say, I think probably the most vulnerable time of the game for us was that point where they scored, because the game had been, I suppose, fairly even, but we got our noses in front and then conceded fairly soon after. So it did show a lot of character at that point, didn't it, to keep it tight for that first half? Yeah,
listen, I knew when I came into this role that the one thing the squad were lacking was belief and confidence, and of course that's going to be the case if you're losing the volume of games that we have, and you're looking for that one to kind of put a bit of a line in the sand and hopefully act as a turning point. But to get to that point, you've got to kind of keep pushing, you've got to keep working hard, and you've got to show plenty of character. And that's one thing that I saw from the group today. I thought even at half time they didn't come in, that they weren't down about the fact we were 1-1. They were saying all the right things in terms of going out and making sure we continue to take the game to Dorking, and I saw that second half, and you know, it was full of energy, full of endeavour and honesty, and as I said, it was a really exciting game to watch. We played some really good football. I liked us in that shape, and hopefully that can act as like I say, a bit of a line in the sand, which will be a springboard for everyone. You know, the weight hopefully will be lifted off 1 or 2 shoulders.
Yeah.
It'll be more of a feel-good factor coming back into training next week, and it's something that only winning football games can bring. You know, you can do all the talking off the pitch, but you have to win games of football, and that's the only way you ever get out of this spell. And the players need to make sure that that's a line in the sand now, and we push forward from this point.
And Jim Kellerman, we interviewed Jim, and he said you all had quite a heart-to-heart this week, and you know, talking honestly and looking ahead. And I think that showed today. I mean, we managed the game out well, which was also impressive.
Yeah. Listen, I'm quite a calm person, level-headed person, but I certainly said a few things Thursday, maybe a few home truths, as did some of the other members of staff, and we felt we weren't getting not just the best out of the players, but everything that we needed in terms of work rate and effort and standards to take us out of this run. And I saw Thursday, Friday, a bit of a shift in mentality, and you know, I can be disappointed that it hasn't happened up to this point, but sometimes you've got to work your way through these bad spells. But I've seen everything that I need to see from this group on the last couple of days, and for 100 minutes today, to tell me that there's a good football team in there, and there's some really good characters in there, and we've now got to use this as a bit of a point to move forward and progress on to next week and beyond.
And just a quick word on Paul Ozu scoring on his league debut, and he was live wire, wasn't he, out wide?
He was brilliant. Yeah, he was brilliant. He was. It's sometimes difficult when you're an interim manager. You're not sure how many games you're going to get to convince the club to allow me to sign players. But I was adamant we needed another winger in the group to give us the flexibility to play different systems like we did today with 2 out-and-out wingers. And he was a name that was put to me. And within 2 sessions of him being with us, I wanted to sign him. I think the one thing he brings more than anything else is a real enthusiasm for the game of football. He's got a smile on his face all the time.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes it energises a group. It's a different face, different personality. But he has to be good enough to do it. And his qualities, I spoke to people at Wimbledon that have worked with him. I wanted to play him as a winger. He predominantly played probably more so as a wing back, but they were convinced, and I was convinced, that he could be really effective high and wide on the left or the right. And I thought his endeavour, his attitude today, the way he plays the game, he's small in stature, but he plays really big. And it's a fantastic moment for him and the team. But when he went through, he was really calm, and it's a brilliant finish to win any game of football.
Yeah. So a positive step forward today, and then on to Maidenhead next Saturday. So I'm sure you'll enjoy this evening, and then probably thinking about preparing for that.
Yeah, the players have to enjoy it. I just said to them in there, you have to enjoy moments like this. When you're in a bad run, it's quite a dark place at times. No one texts or calls me in the week. I'm sure I'll get probably a couple of calls and texts tonight, and it's difficult. It's quite a lonely place for manager and players, and it's hard to come out that spell. And what you've got to do is continue to be honest with your values and continue working hard, and hopefully better days are on the horizon. And I felt that at the end of the game. I thought the players in front of the supporters were brilliant, and they deserve that for everything they put into the game today. And hopefully they enjoy a beer tonight because they've earned it today. And hopefully that will give them a belief and the confidence to push again next week and go for 3 points again next Saturday.
Brilliant. Well done today, Ian, and we'll see you down at Lathwaite next Saturday.
Cheers. Thanks, Nico.